Voices in my head know me, call me. I will be restless. Somehow they chose me. This is my nightlife. Wanna be.
Alright guys, we're at Sundo, top 10 viewpoint here in Yeongwol area. Not sure how far we have to hike in there to see it though. So we'll go figure it out by asking a local. 10분 정도 간대? 10분 가면 돼? Alright, they said 10 minutes, but I also know Koreans are fast walkers. Okay, it's literally just right up the steps. It's not even 3 minutes, I think. We already got here.
This is my nightlife. Wanna be high life. I feel so reckless. Calling them all night. I'm calling.
Wow guys, this is fantastic. Check out that viewpoint right there. You got 2 rocks right there. But actually it's only the one onto the right hand side that's standing. And that's why they call it Sondol. Sol meaning it's standing. Pops out of nowhere, almost like Krabi in Thailand. This is definitely a viewpoint that's worth coming to. Even if you don't have a drone, they have amazing photo op opportunities right there, like on that little raised porch. And just like the rest of Korea, all this hiking trails are super developed. They have a deck. I wouldn't say it's completely handicap accessible, but you could definitely get up here as long as you're not on a wheelchair per se. Oh my god, I also want to point out, I completely forgot I had my Osmo Action mounted on there, and nobody stole it in the 30 minutes I was out. Alright guys, this wasn't a planned stop, but we just see a lot of cars over here, and I'm scouting this area out because I think it's a possibly very great spot for future camping. Wow, I love Gangwon-do. Look at this. This bridge is epic. Oh, I see people love fishing here, which means, oh, I can sort of smell the fishes. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Everything is fresh. Wow. Okay. This is like one of the better camping setups I've seen that's free, because see how this parking lot area, it's very flat. It's not on rocky roads like most of the other places I've seen. Well, I can see why there's so many people out here, even though it's in such a remote area. Oh, look at that family swimming over there. Oh, I'm really surprised just how flat this muddy road is. Not bad. If you don't have a dad's friend out here that could let you stay over the night, just bring a tent. Worst case scenario, camp by this riverside, you're good to go. The modern day cowboy. My dad, I think, wants to further explore. I see absolutely no end to this dirt road. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it with the reflection, but I can assure you this is some of the cleanest water I've encountered. What? Where are we going? What the heck? I feel like Totoro's about to pop up out of nowhere. Hey, annyeong! Oh, I think I'm gonna have to cut off my dad. This is just gonna keep going. But, oh, there's that viewpoint right there. That's the standing rock. Oh, that's interesting. 아빠 그만해. 여기 끝까지 가, 끝까지 가. 여기 끝까지 가. 나 드론으로 봤어. 여기 끝까지 가는 거야. 저기가 선돌바위잖아. Wow, you gotta really appreciate the wildflowers out here though. Check this out, all sorts of colors. If I had more time, I'd take selfies, but I'm not a girl, so I don't care. I'm just gonna go on the road, guys. Ah, gotta feed the horse. Alright guys, so this is the Korean horseshoe bend because there's a horseshoe bend here that makes the peninsula look like the shape of Korea. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, they're handing out, whoa, I can't hold on to it, these roasted chestnuts. Good thing they didn't measure the chestnuts because I'd be over the temperature limit. Alright, I can already tell you that this is not a 1 minute hike. About 700 meters, so it is gonna maybe be truly a 10-15 minute hike. Finally here, so off to the skies.
It's the freedom I shouldn't have, with the people I shouldn't know. I might as well let it still on that. It's the only thing that I fucking do.
Alright guys, so there it is. I honestly had my doubts about this Korean peninsula horseshoe bend because every horseshoe bend is gonna come out like this, and because Korea is a peninsula, I thought, hey, everything's gonna look like the Korean peninsula, but this is exactly like the Korean peninsula down to the small details. Let me explain. Notice how it tips out right there. I mean, the only thing it's really missing is Jeju-do right there. And then the Korean peninsula, it goes up there, and then our borders sort of have it so that the right hand side goes off to the east. And those are very mountainous areas. So you see how it goes up in elevation. And some people might hate me for saying this, but you also got the Chinese factories over to the west as well, right behind Korea into the Manchurian areas. So this is an exact replica of Korean peninsula, I think. But let me know in the comments below. I mean, is this pretty amazing, or do you think it's just gimmicky? It's just a tourism thing. But as far as coming out here, we didn't pay anything, so it couldn't really be a tourist trap. But if you want to park and you don't have motorcycles like us where we just park everywhere for free, you're gonna have to pay somewhere from $2 up depending on the size of your car. I mean, I don't think it was any more than like $5 if you came here in a bus. Whatever the case, I think this is definitely a worthwhile place to visit. It's worth the hike. If I had to pick between those two viewpoints, I think this is a lot more interesting. You are gonna invest a little bit more time hiking up here and such, but I recommend it. By the way, while I'm walking back, I did want to give a special shout out to Nurihaus for sending me out this bucket hat. It isn't any bucket hat, that's why I wanted to try it a bit. You might have seen me wear it in another few videos, but now I can definitively say it's worth every bit of the money. They're using some kind of high-tech materials. It's water repellent, it's texturized, and it's super light. Now, this isn't some cheap $10, $20 cotton hat you just pick up from anywhere. Notice it has special meshing in there to keep it cool when you're wearing it, as well as a super functional sweatband here. I honestly thought I'd sweat more with it, but it's keeping me cool, it's keeping the sun out of my face. This is a must-have for me, especially if you got like receding hairline like me, or if you're having a bad hair day. Get it under control. Alright guys, so the last stop of the day is Yosanam, and they say it's some kind of a hole in the river. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it's supposed to be an attraction, so why not? Alright. So guys, here it is. It's some kind of holes that are created in the ground. The river's really cut, little potholes everywhere. When you're actually seeing it up close, there's nothing special about it, but when you think about the science of how there's some kind of a whirlwind tornado kind of thing happening with the water to cause such smooth rocks and holes in these really tough pieces of stones, reminds me of Bruce Lee, be like water. But jokes aside, interesting little stop. Would I go out of my way just to see this? No. But altogether as a package of tourism in Yeongwol, just seeing all these natural environments, definitely worth taking a trip down here. And I've only covered a third of them, and they're not necessarily the top third. So I'll definitely be coming back here, and I wanted to do the attractions near Yeongwol, which include King's Tomb, some cultural events there, as well as the other observatories, etc. onto the other end, and a very interesting cave that seems millions of years old or something like that. Whatever the case, it was enough to get me interested in this area, and I'm really happy I made my way out here. Also, I have to give kudos to the Buddhist temple here. Unlike a lot of the other Buddhist temples, they're not collecting arbitrary fees for Koreans to check out their natural heritage, which belongs to the Korean people. So yeah, kudos to kind monk of the Gangwon Province. And overall, this has been a pretty good trip. Let me know which site you like the best. My personal favorite was the Korean peninsula, but let me know what you think and if you want to see more.
Yesterday.
Alright, I'm finally here in Yeongwol. This is burger franchise called Boston Burger, and he's expanding out here. If you ever need decent burgers out here in Korea with legit handmade patties, even avocados, definitely check out Boston Burgers. They have a lot of locations now out here. I think the knife is a bit oversized, but he knows how to handle it. Alright, so gonna have some haunted gym.
이걸 여기다 싸먹는 겁니까? 예.
Oh wow. So this fish is actually dried a little bit. It brings out a little bit more of the flavor. It's like fish jerky, but it still retains a lot of that juiciness. And it doesn't taste too fishy, because I don't like fishy fish. It's pretty good. We're all getting seconds on the bean sprout soup. And they even got us some tempura as service. Oh my god, this is a whole new level of crunchiness. That was certainly a delicacy, a great way to start off our trip to Yeongwol. So I slept all day because it was pretty tiring driving out here with only 2-3 hours of sleep. And it's already dinner time. 100% USDA prime beef. Oh, it's really good. Alright, so just got back. Tonight we shall be staying here. It's just like an empty place that this owner below is not rented out yet, but if you are interested, something like this would cost about $220 here in Korea. Sort of the countryside, pretty big. Obviously, he's not really expecting tenants in here anytime soon, so it hasn't been cleaned. But just thought I'd share this to show you what it's like. Never felt more Korean in my life. Mopping up the floor with just a rag.
The following day.
안녕하세요. Alright guys, this is seeming like a food vlog, but we have a lot of places to go to, but we still do need to eat in the morning. We're at a Chinese restaurant here for our lunch. Alright, the sweet and sour pork. Just look at the crisp in this. Korean sweet and sour pork is at a whole new level. It has to be either super crispy or they add elements of sticky rice to it so it's chewy. And Koreans believe in dipping in the sauce so that it stays crispy. So super chewy inside. I think they added the sticky rice. On the outside, you still feel that crisp. And look at this jjajangmyeon. Although this has originated from China, I think Koreans might be the most responsible for making this dish popular around the world with K-dramas. I saw like a statistic that there are more Chinese restaurants in Korea than any other type of restaurant. The noodles aren't as chewy as I want them, but the sauce has a unique sort of MSG spicy flavor to it that's addicting. Alright guys, just had a fantastic time here at Yeongwol. I'll definitely be coming back. It's like the most pristine area of Korea. If you look at the map, you'll see there's not that many roads here and it's relatively deserted and abandoned. Whatever the case, we're now gonna be heading back and hitting up all the sites that you will see at the beginning of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Show me some love. Still got a ways to go back home, but taking a little ice cream break. Bravo pistachio corn ice cream. The carbs I need to get me through the next 100 kilometers.
$100kg가 남았다고?